Goldbridge, that's football, and Goldbridge TV. If you're tuning in on Twitch, we are live for another watch along today, and it's a very big one, this one. Look, we got 0-0 between Leeds and Liverpool. I'm a little bit more optimistic about this one. We can't have another 0-0, although, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be that fussed if it did end up in a draw, because in relation to Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, Man City and the rest of us, actually, we probably wouldn't mind them both dropping points in this game. But we are live. Hope you're all doing well. Let's just make sure that we are live. Actually, I always talk about being live, and we may well not be, but we are. We're good. We're good. Liverpool, Leicester, brilliant, fantastic, magic, super smashing, great evening. Right. Let's have a look at the team news for this game. So Arsenal, Arsenal Leeds was a draw. Liverpool are decimated, as we know, but they have got Mane starting. They've got Alisson, Milner, Fabinho, Matip and Robertson as their back four. Only one would normally start, Robertson. Obviously no Trent Alexander, no Gomez, no Van Dijk. Midfield three of Jones, Wijnaldum and Keita. That would normally be obviously Henderson, Fabinho maybe there, Thiago there. None of those are available, or Fabinho's playing at centre-back. And then Jota, Firmino and Mane. No Salah, he's self-isolating as well. Leicester not without their injury problems. No Sionku, no Ricardo Pereira. He's been out for a very long time. Schmeichel in goal. Fofana, Evans, Fuchs, Justin. Tillemans, Mendy and Maddison. Obviously no Ndidi. And then Albrighton, Barnes and the man Vardy. It's going to be a very interesting game, this. Liverpool are in a situation where they can definitely drop points. I think we would all agree with that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they will. So let's see how it goes. I'm interested. There is a United Stand show tonight at 8 o'clock, Ivan. It's entitled Solskjaer on the Brink. Flex is presenting that tonight. He's got Beth, Ricky and Kev on the show. So lots to talk about. None more so than I think Ricky's going to get it, because Flex ain't happy about what he's been saying about Bruno. And I think, just very quickly, just say this about Bruno Fernandes. We're on That's Football here, and we're on, it's a generic football channel. If I was to say to you that Bruno Fernandes yesterday made more key passes in one game than any player has done in Europe this season, and then you've got United fans saying, he's shit, he gives the ball away too much. Hold on a minute. He gives the ball away too much, but he's just had a game where he's played more key passes than any player has in any game this season. The contradiction is real. It's really real. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But, that's just the way it is. The Gamers channel says, good luck Leicester fans and Liverpool fans. I'm a Liverpool fan. I hope we're going to get a good game today. I mean, look, Jamie Vardy, next time I'm streaming on Twitch, you're going to see it. My ultimate team with Jamie Vardy in it is it's scoring goals. It's scoring a lot of goals. So let's see how it is. Keith Clark says, the problem is, Mark, there's a bias when it comes to certain players, but stats like that show how good a player he actually is. Mate, he's a fantastic player. I knew he was going to be a fantastic player, and he is a fantastic player. Can I just say to everyone on YouTube, can you please subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner, because we're really close to... is it 264? 264, yeah, 264,000. So please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. That would be great. JJ the Dog, 105, says, I want Leicester to win. I want Leicester to win, man. Okay, that's fine. I don't think you're American. I just sort of said it, which isn't fair because you might not be American. So, hold on a minute. Okay, back in the room. We are back, says S. Carson. And I'm not American, I'm from Manchester, says JJ the Dog. I think it's because of the dog thing. It made me think about American things. Hey Mark, how you doing, says Angie S. I'm good, thanks for the super chat there. And also, did you rate Hazard at Chelsea, says LZR deleted. I mean, look, Hazard was a fantastic player at Chelsea. I didn't really, get on the old bandwagon, I suppose, really. And I think I've been proved right about Hazard, because some people wanted to say that Hazard was one of the best players in the world. And I just never felt that he was. And it's sort of been proven with regards to what he's done at Real Madrid. It's just not worked out, has it? Karate Kent says, are you sponsored by Lyle and Scott? No, I'm not. I'd like to be, but I'm not. And is it 4 years that Liverpool is unbeaten at Anfield, says Ilias. I can't answer that question. Not because I don't want to, because they're our biggest rival. I don't know. I wouldn't. That's the sort of thing that would be, to me, shit knowledge. I just wouldn't retain that knowledge. I wouldn't really care. Jack Fright says, do you think Fabinho will be match fit after his injury, and that amount of changes means Klopp can play the way he wants? Look, I think Liverpool are vulnerable. That doesn't mean they're going to lose, but I think any Liverpool fan, I've been in this situation with United. You've got so many injury problems, but the camaraderie, the badge, the siege mentality kicks in. But the reality is, there's every reason to think Liverpool won't win tonight. But it doesn't mean that they won't win. Hope you're having a better day today, Mark. Hoping for a Pool win today. Will be tight either way, says Liam Geary. My prediction is that Liverpool will win. Because I think a lot of people are expecting Liverpool not to win. So I think that they will win. Favourite Oasis song, Mark, says Reggie. Today, I would probably say Live Forever. It changes every day for me. There's so many good ones. Oh, God, I'm bored of this person. They were on the last chat as well. Goodbye. And what do you think about Messi coming to Man City, says Aaron, the lazy boy. I think it will happen. And yeah, I do think it will happen. What do you thoughts on the Leeds game, says Bradley Pickles. Leeds should have won it. Good point for Stoke, but Leeds should have won it. Great choice, Mark, says Reggie. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? It's too early to say, Mackenzie, but I'll say Bayern Munich. And let's banter Arsenal, Mark, says Mohammed. I don't think there's much to banter Arsenal about, if I'm honest. They actually should have lost that game, so they've got a point and they didn't lose. So they should take that as a positive in many ways, yeah, because they should have lost that game. How long will the sun last, says James Cooper? Well, it's dark here. I don't know what you're on about. What did you eat in? What did I have to eat? I had a bowl of shreddies. I had my Sunday roast at lunchtime, so literally we finished the stream for Leeds and Arsenal about half an hour ago. So a little bit of family time and a bowl of shreddies, and we're good to go again. So yeah, that's what we went. 3-0 to Liverpool, says Alex Smith. Why does Ricky get a platform to talk rubbish, says Fabian Shifton? Mate, there's a lot worse opinions out there than Ricky. I mean, Ricky actually does back his opinion up with thoughts. Some people just do it for... thank you, Declan McGrath. Is there any way you could paste that into a message for me so I can have a look tomorrow when I'm less busy? That would be great. Hi, Mark. Who do you think is going to win the league, mate, says Martin M. My score prediction is 3-1 to Liverpool. Who do I think is going to win the league? Well, I tell you what, I think tonight's game is big in relation to the league, because when you look at Liverpool at the moment, it's not just about tonight. For Liverpool, it's also about what's their next few games while they've got all these injuries. Because if they've got some winnable games after today, then they might be okay. They've got Brighton next week away. That could be tough for them. They've then got Wolves at home, which could be tough. Fulham, yeah, they'll win that even with their youth team. And then they've got Spurs, and then they've got Palace away and West Brom. So realistically, if I'm Klopp, today, if you can win today, if you can win next week away to Brighton and beat Wolves, I think they'll be okay, and I think they'll come through their injury problems. And obviously Salah will be back for next week, I think. So very important for Liverpool's title aspirations that they do win today's game, because I think if they don't, then they put themselves into a situation where it will be different. It will be difficult for them. But look, I think they'll be okay. I think they're going to. I still think, as much as I don't want them to, I still think I'm not in a position. And look, who do you think is going to win the league? In fact, who's your top four? Type in your top fours, because for me, I'm still going to say that I'm going to still go with Liverpool winning the league, Chelsea coming second, Manchester United fourth, and Manchester City third. I don't know why I did that the wrong way around, but I did. But yeah, I still think that that's the way it's going to go. But it could change. It could change today. It really could. But at the moment, I'm not happy to change away from what my opinion was. Jack says, what do you think of this stat? Despite his low amount of appearances, Donny van Beek is the only player in the whole Man United team to score an open play goal at Old Trafford. I think that says more about Manchester United than it does about Donny van der Beek. That we're just not scoring enough goals. It's a joke, really. But United just seem to wander from one place to another in issues. Yeah, it's disappointing. If you want to be in the chat on Twitch, by the way, you do need to follow us, which is free. So just give us a follow. And Mohammed says he's going to go Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Spurs. Chelsea at the moment are probably a very logical pick to win the league, but then they're playing Spurs next week. So I don't think you can get on the Chelsea hype train but if they beat Spurs next week, I think you can. Rest in peace, Ray Clements. Yes. Ray Clements is I've said this before, it's sad that he's passed. Ex-Liverpool player, England coach, goalkeeping coach, played for Spurs as well. Ray Clements is one of those players that when you're growing up, you remember players. And Ray Clements was in goal for Spurs in the very first FA Cup final that I remember watching from start to finish. I think there's always a game that you remember watching from start to finish. And I do remember games before that. I remember little bits about the 86 World Cup. I remember little bits of United winning the FA Cup in 85. But the first game I really remember sitting and watching all of it was Spurs against Coventry in 1987. And Ray Clements was in goal for Spurs. So rest in peace, Ray. And another sad passing in the world of sport and football. So there you go. I can't be more respectful than that. I can't do a minute's silence because I don't actually have the audio on. So it's not being disrespectful. I always have to talk when this is going on. But obviously, very sad to hear that. And we'll get the timer up. I really think Mourinho is going to mount a title challenge, says Andrew Nages. Well, I can't wait to do the watch along next week for that game. I think it's going to be really interesting. In fact, I am just going to watch Spurs. I'm going to watch Man United against Southampton. I'm going to do my match reaction. Then I'm going to go straight into a watch along on here because I've got to watch that game next week. It's huge. It's actually huge. We're going to get some emotes on Twitch. We just need to understand what that's all about. If anyone knows how to get a hype train going on Twitch, I think they're good fun, but I don't really understand those. But if you are an Amazon Prime user on Twitch, you can sign up for Prime Gaming for free, and then you can subscribe to the channel for free. Just click the subscribe button and go through the Prime stuff there. Opinions on the VAR decision in the Arsenal game, says Josh. It was nailed on, mate. It was a definite red card, wasn't it? Yeah, the emotes will be in from tomorrow, Anmol. We just need to sort it out. We're getting there. We're getting there. Right, I just want to make sure that I've got my timer running. And we have. Good. Everything is up and running. And hello, King Tyler. So, Leicester in white is... I don't know why they can't play in blue. Why can Leicester not play in blue? Why have they got to play in white? It's like... You're not Real Madrid. Why can't they play in blue? That's put me off already. Leicester, Liverpool, I think, are going to have a lot of ball in this game. And Leicester will... he's done well here, Jota, into the box. Could be 1-0 already. Into Mane, lays it off. Keita shoots. And it deflects for... I think it's gone for a corner there. But good start from Liverpool. Energetic start. They'll be determined, Look, they want to win. Welcome to RBG97, who's just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. That's a shot by Keita. It goes for a goal kick. But Liverpool, remember, Liverpool will want to win the league. I reckon there'll be fans in the ground in the back half of next season. Do Liverpool want to be the team that won the Premier League when there was no fans there? They will be very focused on winning the league this season. Side netting header as well for Mane there. Very good start from Liverpool this. And Mane heading into the side netting on the front post from a Milner cross. Not such good defending that from Liverpool, really. That would have gone in if he'd headed it down. Schmeichel, nobody on the post either. He would not have saved that. Very, very close. Good start by Liverpool. Leslie Lai says there's no way Liverpool are going to win the league with this defence. But... Man City won the league with bad defence. They're still going to have Mane and Salah playing most of the season, aren't they? I think if you don't want Liverpool to win the league, they need to be dropping points in games like this. It's Justin down the left-hand side. Good run there. Cross comes in, cleared away. I mean, it's not. I mean, there's no kids playing for Liverpool. It's Matip and it's Fabinho at centre back, and it's obviously Milner at right back. And I don't think their defence is as weak as people think. You know, Matip's a good defender. Fabinho's been very good at centre back, and they want a handball here. Leicester, they're not going to get it. Ref says play on. Mane on the break, up against Fofana. Is it? He's beat him. Tries to play a ball in behind Johnny Evans. Would I take Sabitzer at Man United, says Akshat? Yes. He's a good player, yeah. Well, let's have a look at this. That could have been a penalty. That could have been a penalty. I think that's a penalty. I do. It bounces up onto his hand. I don't see how that can't be a penalty. Really, it's not like it doesn't hit him directly on the hands. It bounces up onto his hand. Again, VAR just inconsistent as per bloody usual. Anyway, Leicester have actually looked quite good on the break. Nice ball into the channel there for Vardy, but Fabinho reads it out. So good start. Leicester starting off quite well, but also Liverpool starting lively. I think it's going to be a good game. That's a penalty, says Eshwan. A lot of people saying it should have been a penalty. It hasn't been given. Ball bouncing up onto Matip. It was quite close to him, but I think it should have been a penalty based on what gets given as a penalty these days. I'm sure people like West Brom and other people who've had penalties given away for handball this year would say that should be a penalty. I think about Lindelof against Crystal Palace. Good turn by Firmino. I wish United bought a proper CDM this summer like Partey. We could play our creative midfielders together then without having to worry about our centre-backs, says Sanjit Manahan. I just remembered about Partey. Is Partey injured for Arsenal then? Because he didn't play today, did he? And Daniel McLean says his arm moved out. It's a stone waller. And Diddy is injured. Yeah, I mean, look, to be fair, Leicester have won every game away from home this season, including Arsenal. And here we go. Justin. I don't think he's going to have the pace there. And Fabinho. Oh, fuck off. Shut up, ref. He's crap. Another crap ref performance incoming here. Justin, running down the wing. Does a really good job. Wins himself a corner. And Fabinho takes a dive to win a free kick. What a joke. What a joke. But yeah, Leicester have won every game away from home this season, and they're right up near the top. But they've got injury problems. They haven't got Sionku. They haven't got Ndidi, two of their most consistent performers. And Ricardo Pereira's been out for ages. Thought on Ricky's agenda against Bruno, says Jazz. Tune into the United Stand at 8 o'clock. I've told Flex to get on it because it needs discussing. Firmino there. Leicester have got to hang around in this game because I think Liverpool are going to do well, but Leicester have got to hang in here. Where is Zane, says Dixon. I don't know. He's disappeared, hasn't he? Please share the video if you're watching on YouTube. You can share it on Twitter and on Facebook through the share button. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Our second live stream of the day. And subscribe, bottom right hand corner on YouTube. We're on that road to 264k. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Hopefully we're going to get a goal, at least one goal tonight. We didn't in Liverpool in Leeds against Arsenal. It's the L's that keep doing it for me. That's a nice ball. Vardy. Oh, ref. Not offside. Maddison's got to go down there. I tell you what, Leicester need to be a little bit cute here, but the defence of Liverpool definitely looks a little bit vulnerable. And Mr. D7 says this referee is the true embodiment of Kevin Friend. Who would you support if you didn't support Manchester United? I don't know. I've always thought about that. I think I'd support Everton or Tottenham. I wouldn't be like a Liverpool or an Arsenal fan. I'm not. That's not the way I'm built. I think I'd support a team like an Everton or a Spurs. Yeah. Liverpool is going around in the live comments. Commando 117's back. What did I miss? Somebody asked before on Twitch, how do you get Prime Gaming? The way I did it is by clicking my profile picture in the top right hand corner and then clicking settings, and then it's when you click settings, it's got Prime Gaming as one of the categories there, and you can do it through that way. Once you've got Prime Gaming, which you get for free if you've got Amazon Prime, then you just come to my channel and press subscribe and you'll get to subscribe. Easy peasy. Undertaker's last ever match tonight, says James. I thought he'd already retired. Liverpool on the attack with Firmino. Nice ball into Keita. Wide. This should be 1-0. What a save by Schmeichel from Jones. Lovely ball by Keita. Into the channel. He's right-hand side of the penalty box. Shoots across the goal, Jones. I'll tell you on FIFA 21, this is the meta. This goes in across the keeper. But Schmeichel does a good job and pushes it out for a corner. Should have been 1-0. Who are you supporting now, says Arav. Oh yeah, I've got to be supporting Leicester tonight. Liverpool are I think Liverpool are Manchester United's biggest rival. I mean, ideally a draw's not terrible, but I don't want Liverpool to level up with Manchester United's league records. So I would take Leicester winning. But Liverpool have started well in this game. I'm not going to deny that they've started off well. I have to do a lot of stretching today because I've been sat down a lot this afternoon. But they started off well, Leicester. I think Liverpool have started off well. I think they'll be very happy with some of their players. Guess who Real Sociedad's best player is? Is it Januzaj? But Liverpool just knocking it about a bit here. Nice ball into Mane. Good keeper, Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel. Good goalkeeper. We're not gonna give him the credit there. He's a good goalkeeper. But Leicester have got to stay in this game. I think Liverpool have had a good start. Leicester have got to be in it to win it. Schmeichel here. Be careful. He's right in the corner there. He has to kick it out. Abduz62 says, I've got Jota in my fantasy Premier League team. And Pie's so tasty says, I've got Mane, he better score because he's my captain. And Abdi says that they've started off really well, Liverpool. I'm quite happy with that. I'm not happy with that, obviously. It's all Liverpool at the moment. Robertson into Jones. He's had a good start to the game as well. Ref's not giving a foul there. A lot of people saying keep your eye on Fofana. This is where Liverpool are good. Watch the run on the back post. Terrible ball. Terrible ball that. Should have been better. Could have been something that. Ended up with nothing from Justin. But good energy levels from Leicester. That's what you've seen. Well, that's what we have seen from them on their away form so far this season. We'll be talking about that why as well. That's me. But Leicester already, you can see that game plan that's worked so well for them this season. Hitting teams on the break. Remember, they've been to Man City and won. They've been to the Emirates and won. Convincing results for them this season. will it continue here tonight at Anfield, where they haven't lost for 29 years, apparently? I don't know how long it is, but... 1-0, nearly. Great save by Schmeichel. Good shot by Jota. I tell you what, it's not going to be long before Liverpool are in front in this game. Started off really well. Come on, stop it. Who's the best player for Leicester, says Lucky Gunner 2210. I'm interested to watch Maddison tonight. I think he was a player that I really had a lot of time for, that hasn't really didn't have a good end to the season. And, you know, if I'm Maddison, what's your motivation? Because Grealish has gone ahead of you by a long, long way, and a lot of people didn't think that would happen. So I like Maddison, but it's got to be Vardy, hasn't he? He's got ridiculous levels of ability and skill in him in what he does. He's very good at what he does, Vardy. So I think he's Leicester's best player. But, you know, Ndidi's very important when he's fit. Good tackle there, but he got lucky. He got very lucky. And now Liverpool have got men on the break. It's Mane up against Johnny Evans, and that'll go for a goal kick. Leicester a little bit lucky there. They were going to get stuck. What do you think about Fulham's penalty today? Says it's Twitch Josh. Penalty? Fulham? Spoiler alert. I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen the goals from Everton. Yeah, I didn't see the goals. Who do I think is going to win? Says Jack Dawkins. I think that it'll... I predicted Liverpool would win 3-1, and they have started off well. I think some people thought Liverpool were going to... Because of Liverpool's injury problems, they were going to be... easily beatable, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they've started the game the better, and Leicester are going to have to work very hard to get something out of this game. They can get something out of the game, but they're going to have to work very hard to do it. I think I'm going to watch a Christmas special tonight. I just don't know what yet. Huda Wonka says this game is screaming out a lucky Liverpool win, and the Drifter HD says I would have loved Jota at United. Well, you can't say no. There will be a Christmas special, even Scannell yet. So Liverpool have not been beaten at Anfield since 2017, winning a 63-game run with 51 wins. So they've not been beaten at Anfield since 2017. They'll definitely want to take that to 2021. Jota with the cross. Johnny Evans wins it. But Leicester a little bit sloppy here. Milner with the cross. Headed away. Robertson. Poor shot. It's Jamie says, where do you think Brighton are going to finish this season? And how's the Man United career mode going? I've forgotten how the Man United career mode is going. To be honest with you. But I know we're in the Champions League semi-finals, and I think I've messed up the league. But back tomorrow on Mark Goldbridge, That's Football on YouTube. Call my friend Ethan a prat. He said you can't sing, says Anth the Bant 1 Gaming. There you go. And DJ Asheb says, I hope you're well. If you could take 2 players from Liverpool to Man United, who should it be? Well, I always think about what positions Manchester United need, and we need a centre defensive midfielder. So I would take Fabinho and I would take Van Dijk because we need a centre-back and a centre defensive midfielder. I would like to take 3, to be honest with you, because we do need a right winger as well, and I'd like to have Mo Salah or Mane. But if I had to take 2, I'd take Van Dijk and Fabinho. Yeah. Could turn that down a bit, please. Yeah. Thanks. I don't know what we're watching in there, but it's a bit loud. Fairy King says, would you say Vardy's a modern day Ian Wright? Late bloomer who scores consistently well into his 30s. He has got similarities to Ian Wright, the way he can play on the last man, and he's a good finisher. He's not terrible at the build-up play, but it's not really his strength. There are similarities. I mean, not build-wise, they're not. Ian Wright was a little bit more muscly, but I tell you what, I feel like 20 minutes gone and it's flown by. Liverpool have played really well, and I do feel that a goal for them is on the horizon very, very soon. Thanks everyone tuning in, by the way. On YouTube, we've got 6,500, so please share the video and make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. How will you be live on the United Stand, says Wrestle in India? I'm not on the United Stand tonight. I'm doing a watch-along on here. There is an 8 o'clock show on the United Stand with Beth, Ricky, Kev and Flex. Flex is presenting it tonight. So I will be watching it after this game because I've already told Flex to get into Ricky on Bruno Fernandes. I mean, how can you be critical of Bruno Fernandes, as I said, when yesterday he made more key passes in one game than anybody has in Europe this season in one game? And yet apparently, he's not good enough. It's just, the agenda is real. Really, really real. Yeah, 8 o'clock show will be good if you want to go and watch that. And Drifter says, do you think Leicester could get a result? At the moment, it looks inevitable that Liverpool are going to score at some point. They're on the ropes a little bit. They're not really causing any problems. And, Liverpool have been good. Can they keep this up? That's going to be the question. And they have scored. Oh no, he's offside. Oh no, it's given. It's an own goal from Johnny Evans. I didn't know I thought the way they were reacting, I think it was... I thought Liverpool hadn't scored, but they have. They're not celebrating because it's an OG. Cross comes in and Johnny Evans heads it in his own goal. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that pressure that we knew that Liverpool were putting on has come home to roost from an own goal from Johnny Evans. Not really much celebration from Liverpool, and I thought it hadn't been given. When you score a goal and then you realise it's offside. But Liverpool have started off so well. They're on the attack again here. Shit from Leicester so far. Foul given on Schmeichel there for Jota. The ball's in the back of the net again. But the pressing and speed of... and Schmeichel's hurt himself here. The pressing and speed of Liverpool's play, they're all over them. It's almost as if Klopp has really bollocked the players and said, look, people think there's an opportunity to beat us here today. If we want to win this league, we've got to win this game. And they've come out and they've absolutely dominated Leicester. They're 1-0 up from a Johnny Evans own goal, but they have dominated them. And... what's Leicester's answer going to be? Should have probably been a penalty to Leicester early on. I think it was a penalty. But Rodgers needs to react here. Unlucky Johnny Evans, good player, but he's conceded, he's scored an own goal there. Liverpool just seem to want it a little bit more at the moment, I agree. Nice ball into Vardy on the edge of the box. Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, he's missed it. Barnes, you prat. How's he missed that? Don't look at me like that. You should be crying. Lovely play by Leicester. This should be 1-1. You've got to take these chances at this level. Good play by Fofana. Gets it wide. Vardy cuts it back to Barnes. Nah. That's a terrible miss. You can't miss that. What a prat. It's harder to miss. Dead centre of the goal. Just pass it in. What a prat. That is an absolute sitter. You can't miss that. How's he missed that? He has missed it. Bloody idiot. Stays 1-0. Martial's was worse yesterday, JP, but this is not Manchester United against West Brom. Manchester United won that game. This is Leicester missing a bloody... You've got to put those chances in the back of the net. Got to score those chances. You know it, I know it. As Cameron said, how the fuck has he missed that? Andrew McClintock says, can Liverpool challenge Spurs for the league? I mean, Liverpool are not actually near the top. Well, they are near the top, but would they go top if they win tonight? I think. Let me have a look. Table. They would be joint top if they win tonight, which is ominous for everybody else. If Liverpool can... I mean, what basically Klopp will be saying is, let's hang in at the top until we get everybody back, and then we'll win the league. Dave thinks this is going to be another open game and a good game. I hope so. Well, look, Andy Robertson's playing fantastic, but Fofana, he wants a bit as well. He's fell over. Fofana falls over. And at the moment, Liverpool not struggling with lack of first-team players at all. And there's another corner here from Milner. Johnny Evans better not head this into his own goal. Another corner here. And I'll tell you what, they nearly scored again there, but it goes for a goal kick. Matip chucking himself in. Liverpool looking a threat at everything they're doing at the moment. Well, all you can really do is applaud at the moment. Applaud what Liverpool have been doing. They've started off very well, and this first 26 minutes has actually flown by as well. Yeah, here's a good question. People are always want to know what do you class as an idiotic statement. I found one here from PFC Walsh X on Twitch. He says, Mark, you like Bruno too much. He's not good enough. He would not get into any other top side. No, you're absolutely correct, mate. He's only the most creative player in the Premier League, fact, but he wouldn't get into any other Premier League side. He's only the best cam in the Premier League, fact. He only created the most chances in the entire Nation League's group stage, and he's created the most chances in the Premier League. And yesterday he made more key passes in one game than anybody has in Europe this season. But no, he wouldn't get in any other team, would he? Thoughts on City? Massively inexcusably underperforming, in my opinion, given the money spent. Thoughts on Pep? Says oi oi. I said it this afternoon on the Arsenal watch along. Pep Guardiola, Arteta, they get away with it with the English media because they live up the arse of Pep Guardiola. Like, he lost yesterday to Jose Mourinho. Man City are massively inconsistent. They get figured out week in, week out, and yet he never gets any criticism from the press because they think he's bloody Jesus. Like, they just absolutely adore him in this country. He's quick, that Barnes. It's a shame he can't finish. Just signed the new contract as well. Give Maguire back and get Fofana, says Wrestle India. Palestri got an assist in the under-23s. Favourite academy players, says Phil Brown. I don't really want to talk about that, mate. We're watching Liverpool versus Leicester, so I'm not going to get into the depths of Manchester United's youth, which I don't actually watch that much because I've said it before. A youth player, it's all right. A youth player looking great. I mean, why should I be excited about Palestri getting an assist in a youth game? Couldn't give a shit. I really couldn't give a shit. I've heard about so many youth players that are going to be great, and then they either never play for the first team, or when they do, they're not good enough. So ultimately, it's nice to hear about these young players coming through, but until they play a minute of first team football, it makes no difference because the step up is huge. So I know that might seem a little bit harsh, but that's always been my opinion. I agree with Hudawanka, yeah. I agree with what you said there. Fofana clears it there. Still all Liverpool. Leicester just not able to get into this game at all. Here's Vardy. That looked like a foul to me. I don't know why it wasn't given, but it wasn't. Does anybody know how much here's Mane up against Johnny Evans? Gives the foul for that. Bloody hell, this ref's a twat. Really is. I mean, I thought it was a foul on Vardy, and then straight up the other end, similar sort of foul, and he gives it to bloody Mane. Yeah, how much did Leicester spend on Fofana? I know they only got him a couple of weeks ago, didn't they? Well, a couple of months ago. $30 million is what they played for him, Fofana. So, yeah, very good player for Leicester. Not going to be leaving anytime soon. Anyway, free kick here. Robertson dinks it to the back post. Matip with the header. Goes out for a goal kick. Firmino was there trying to tap it in on the back post. Leicester's recruitment is fantastic, yeah. Is Robertson coming forward again? What £80 million deal was worse, Maguire or Pepe? Says Huda Wonka. I mean, to be fair to Pepe, he didn't cost 80 million. He was £10 less. I think Barnes is Dan James. Says Shrivardhan LK. I know what you mean. The way Leicester have set up today, though, I mean, look, Rodgers obviously came here with a lot of respect for Liverpool, because the way they've set up today is Albrighton is dropping into as being a right wing back, with Fofana as the right centre back, and obviously Maguire, and then not Maguire, Evans. I wish Maguire was still there. So Leicester have come today to be quite a defensive unit. Nice ball out to Justin. He's been getting forward as the left wing back. He needs a bit of support here. He's done quite well. Good shot. Oh, and he's given a goal kick. Oh, this ref is poor. He's really poor. Justin says it's a corner. Most Leicester players say it's a corner. Matip heads it. The referee's looking right at it. It clearly hits Matip's head. And look, the referee's looking right at it. The ref's looking right at that. Unbelievable. Like, he's closer than we are, and Matip heads it. Crap, this referee's really bad. He should have given a bloody handball. He's given Leicester next to nothing. Well done by Fofana. Here's Keita. Into Mane. And he pokes it wide. Goal kick. Zach says that Kevin De Bruyne plays golf now. I watched De Bruyne a couple of times this season, including yesterday, and he's off the pace. You know, it's funny, isn't it? Because Man City haven't done particularly well this season. I think they've got exactly the same points as Manchester United. At the moment, Man City have got 12. In fact, they've got a point less. So Man City are on 12 points. Manchester United are on 13 points, and yet Ollie's on the verge of the sack, and Pep gets a new contract, and everyone's talking about Pogba when De Bruyne has been shit as well. It's that's just the way it is with Manchester United. Corner here for Leicester. Stretch time, I think, as well. So 10 minutes to half time. It's gone very quick. It's been a very, very fast-paced game. It's been better than Leeds and Arsenal was anyway. Well headed away by Matip, who's having a good game. Mendy goes all the way back to Schmeichel from a corner. Liverpool fitness levels look very, very good. Very good indeed. Their press. It's no wonder Liverpool are up at the... I don't know why people think Liverpool aren't going to win the league this year. I mean, the way Klopp's got them playing these last few years, they're just very, very hard to beat. It pains me as a United fan to see Klopp being the closest manager to replicate Fergie, making average players play with blood, sweat and tears, says Sam. Exactly. I'm sort of talking about that myself. Rahul says, I'm tempted to switch it off. I just hate to see Liverpool playing so well. Wolfpack, Lindelof is pretty good at defending, but he isn't the fastest. But Maguire is just terrible in every possible way. I haven't seen the West Brom keeper's tweet. No, Dan Dempsey. I can have a look at it and read it out, actually. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, he's just talking about Bruno should not be able to hop, skip and jump before kicking it. Bitter. That's what I would describe it as. A little bit bitter. I thought he played well yesterday, to be fair. Ollie won United. What are you talking about? Ollie's not on the brink of the sack. He could be on the brink of success. Solskjaer on the brink. Why do you have to be so negative, Ollie? He's obviously seen the title of tonight's show on the United Stand that says Solskjaer on the brink, and he's saying, Solskjaer's not on the brink of the sack. Why are you putting words into people's head? What are you talking about, Ollie's on the brink of the sack? It could mean Solskjaer on the brink of success. Why do you have to be so negative? Like, why do you have to take everything and be so negative? Like, we could be talking about Solskjaer being on the brink of success. Exactly, says Tony Garner. Oh, Fofana makes a mistake. Marnie stands him up. Oh, Schmeichel gets it. They look like a threat all the time at the moment. Please subscribe if you're new, if you're watching on YouTube, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we're trying to get up to 264,000 subscribers tonight. I can tell you that we are currently, bada bing, bada boom, we are only 10 subscribers away from 264,000 on YouTube. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner, and we should get through that. Why do you think Lindelof is bad, says Wolfpack? I don't. I think the combination of Lindelof and Maguire is bad. I don't think that... he's bad. Maddison was the problem there. Shit pass, and Liverpool ended up nearly scoring. Do you think that Martial would be world class under Klopp, says Taylor Miles? Look, I love Anthony Martial. I think he's a fantastic player, but I think yesterday epitomises Martial perfectly. He can be absolutely fantastic, but he can also be very, very frustrating. The same as Rashford. They're very similar. I like Rashford and Martial. They're two of my favourite players at United, but they're both quite inconsistent as well. They're brilliant, but inconsistent. And to be classed as world class, you've got to be more consistent. And United are full of inconsistency. Wrestle India says Arteta is way worse than Ollie. Well, Liverpool are 1-0 up and they're still dictating the play. You've got to ask yourself. I remember Leicester beating Arsenal, and Arsenal couldn't get that goal. And the problem with Leicester here is they're basically playing a 5-4-1. Liverpool are dominating the ball, but Liverpool are 1-0 up. So, Liverpool are press, pushing forward. But Leicester have got to... What a goal. What a goal. That is a cracking goal. Robertson, what a goal. I just got to say, that's a fantastic goal. And Jota puts it in, and it's Andy Robertson. And I was just literally saying there that Leicester need to do something. But look at this from Andy Robertson. The ball switched to him. He skips past Albrighton, gets it on his left foot, whips in a lovely cross, and Jota just heads it into the bottom corner. And the reality is, you've just got to say that is... I mean, look, it's a good header by Jota. It's a very good header by Jota. But it's Andy Robertson there. We were talking about Andy Robertson this afternoon. Best left-back in the world. I think he is. I mean, Arsenal fans think Tierney's the better Scottish left-back. It's painful to watch as a Manchester United fan, but why do people think Liverpool are not going to win the league? I do not know. I don't think, injury problems or not, they're... it's just fantastic, that is. I wouldn't say it's game over yet, but Leicester are going to have to change how they're doing because it's slipping away from them very, very quickly. They could get absolutely smashed here if they're not careful. But Andy Robertson, magnificent there. And people saying Alphonso Davies is better. Alphonso Davies plays in the best team in the world in a league that's a lot easier than the Premier League. Robertson, I don't watch Liverpool week in, week out, but I very rarely see him have a bad game defensively or going forward. I I remember many a time I've said that Robertson's better than Trent Alexander-Arnold as a fullback because he can actually defend as well as doing the things going forward. Trent Alexander-Arnold's brilliant going forward. I don't think he's brilliant as a defender, but Robertson is the complete fullback. Brilliant defender, brilliant going forward. I hate to say it, but what a signing that was by Liverpool as well. Where'd they get him from? Hull? I do like Alphonso Davies as well, but I just think at this moment in time I would probably say it's Alphonso Davies. But Leicester have been pretty poor here today, which is disappointing because I felt they had an opportunity. But Ben Davies over Robertson any day, says Ricky Sohanda. 2 minutes to half time, very, very quick half. It's been a very quick half, and I think that's down to the intensity of Liverpool. They've really took the game from minute one. They've not given an inch. And I think, again, this is reflected in the manager. Jurgen Klopp has sent them out today and said, look, we're vulnerable. We're missing Salah. We're missing Van Dijk. We're missing Henderson, Trent Alexander-Arnold. We're missing half our team. We are vulnerable. Don't let them get at our vulnerabilities. Dictate to them. Scare them, pressure them, and they've gone out there and done that. And again, you know, he can make players that are not first team players go into that team and play like champions. And that's on the manager. You've got to give Jurgen Klopp huge credit. He gets huge credit anyway, but they've made Leicester look very average, and Leicester haven't been average this season. And Justin's going to get a booking here. He's a crap ref, he is. I don't know. What's the name of this referee, though? I don't like him. I just don't like him. Gets the bloody ball. You now get booked for tackling. Chris Kavanagh, apparently. Yeah, he's crap. He's literally just booked a Leicester player for a clean tackle. He didn't give a bloody penalty. From United, who would play the best under Klopp? There was a corner that went off bloody Matip's head, and he's right in front of it. He's useless. But Liverpool deserve to be 2-0 in front. I'm not taking that away. But the referee has been absolute shite, to be honest with you. Peter says, on what grounds can a club request change of their matchday referee like Liverpool did? I don't know. Don't know what it was all about. I think they were meant to have the referee from the Man United game, weren't they? And I think that was the referee who Van Dijk didn't get the card for. But I don't know. I don't really understand that. We'll be playing either or at half time as well, which is where you give two things and we discuss what those things are. Would you rather have Rice or Henderson as one CDM? Says Mohammed Aiden. And United Stand has just started at 8 o'clock as well, by the way. Ricky, Beth, Kev and Flex, and it is half time, talking about Bruno and Ollie. So if you want to go and watch that, you can do. United Stand. It is half time in this game as well. Liverpool leading 2-0 at half time. Let me just stop the clock there. Have I stopped it? Yes, I have. So, yeah, I mean, look, I've got to be honest. This is the joy of this season in a bad way, in the sense that I expected Leicester to be a little bit better than that. And I think, I don't know what Leicester could have done any different, because I think Liverpool have been fantastic. Leicester are playing with a back five. They're playing a 5-4-1, trying to hit Liverpool on the break. The way Liverpool have played, that's probably the best way. That's probably the best approach. I think if Leicester had played a little bit more expansive, they might be 3 or 4-0 down. That's how good Liverpool have been. So it's all right to say Rodgers has got it wrong, but realistically, what difference could he have done? He's gone 5-4-1. Liverpool have pressed high up the pitch. They've got lots of men forward, and they've still managed to get 2 goals. First goal's a little bit lucky. Johnny Evans shouldn't be heading that into the net, but Liverpool still have had the chances to score two or three goals. So I don't think 2-0 really doesn't suit them. As sad to say, if Klopp was at City, he would have won the Champions League 3 times in a row, says Centurion, 100 points. Such a good coach. Thoughts on Liverpool's performance, says Frentaz. As I said, I think so much credit goes to Jurgen Klopp. Fantastic manager. And he's got half his team out and they're playing like title winners. And people have been writing them off, haven't they? People have been saying, they're not going to win the league. Liverpool aren't going to win the league. They've got too many injury problems. They haven't got Salah. They haven't got Van Dijk. They haven't got Henderson. They're not going to win the league. And the reality is, I think they still will win the league. I think they've got. I do. They're still my favourites to win the league because I can't see how things are going to change. To be honest with you, so very much still think that they will win the league. Very much think that they're still favourites. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. Let's have a look at some of your comments. People are raiding the United stand, which is good to see. Salah tested negative for COVID today, so he's basically back, says Sanity TXN. And knowing me, knowing you all with Alan Partridge, great Christmas special, says DJ Ashib. If you're one for watching one later, it is good. I've seen that before. Crunchy Bar or Cat Bounty? Either or. We're playing either or at half time. I like to play this at half time. So basically, give me two things and we have to decide which one. Crunchy Bar or Bounty? I love a Bounty, but I love a Crunchy. I actually think that's one of the best either ors I've ever had. And that's from the Drifter HD. So you get a shout out for that. I'm stuck. I'm proper stuck. I'm going to go Crunchy. I do love a good Crunchy. Let's talk about Ricky's Bruno agenda, says Luis Patel. Sorry, I'm on the live comments of the United stand there. They're going to get into him on that. If you want to go over there, United stand, they're live now talking about that. Good evening, Mark, says T. Sherritt. And what's your favourite Only Fools and Horses episode, says Blake Timmins. That's not either or. That's a blatant violation of either or. Bruno or Matt Letizia, says Taylor Miles. Matt Letizia was a good player, but Bruno's doing it at the highest level. Matt Letizia never did. Robbie Williams or Gary Barlow, says Evan Scannell. Probably Robbie Williams, to be fair. And just won my £420 on my bet, Mark, says DJ. Well, tell us how. Best player on the pitch so far, says Frensas. Andy Robertson. I think he's been fantastic going forward and fantastically defensively. I think there's been a few good Liverpool players, but I think Robertson's been really good. Twitter or YouTube? Adari, YouTube, I think. And after the season has started and we've played a few games, who do you think will get top four? I think Liverpool, City, Spurs and Chelsea, says Jensen Bourne. Ings or Calvert-Lewin's a good question, as a Stratton. I would say that's a very good question. It's such a good question. I'm going to go Calvert-Lewin. My top four hasn't changed from pre-season. I said it at the start of the season. I'm not going to change at the moment. Liverpool first, Chelsea second, Man City third, Manchester United fourth. That's my top four. People would say you're mad at the moment because that's not the way it's going. Gavin and Stacey Christmas special or the Royal Family Christmas special, says Sebastian United. Hard to answer because there's two Gavin and Stacey's and there's a few Royal Families. But if I went the best of both, I would say I do like the Gavin and Stacey one, to be fair. That Christmas one's great. That is a good one. Kaka or Ronaldinho, says Morgan Coulter. Ronaldinho, easy. Oliver Galder says Shreddies or Cocoa Pops. Shreddies, easy. Neighbours or Home and Away, says Becky. Neighbours, when I used to watch it. Noel or Liam? Liam, Alfie Carson. Kane or Son? I think, you know what? I'd have to go Harry Kane at the moment. He's got the goals and the assists. And so has Son, but I think I would have to go with that. AJK says, you're having a laugh thinking that Spurs will not get top four and United will. Mate, you're having a laugh because it's only November. And Spurs are in the Europa League. So there is every chance that you are going to be playing a lot of Thursday, Sunday football very, very soon. And I think that will be a problem. But look, Spurs are doing fantastic at the moment, and I can't argue with that. Ronaldinho or Prime Keane, says Cole Turbo 08. Totally different players. You know, I'm not one to compare players that are very different players, so I can't really do that. In-betweeners or Downton Abbey, says Somil. That's pretty much like comparing Roy Keane and Ronaldinho. Downton Abbey or In-betweeners. Totally different programmes. You might have a preference, but they're not really comparable because they're in totally different areas. Heroes or celebrations? Definitely celebrations, CG. Chelsea or Arsenal, says William Church. Definitely Chelsea. Gerrard or Lampard? Gerrard. Sankit, I would say. Bruno or Juve Pogba? Bruno. Juve Pogba is hyped because it's easy to hype him, because it's like, that's what Pogba FC does. Paul Pogba's a fantastic player, but let's not pretend at Juve he was the best midfielder in the world. He was a good midfielder at Juventus, far better than he was at United, but he wasn't bloody Zidane. It's a myth to say that Paul Pogba was the world's best midfielder at Juventus. He did well there, but, you know, he's not doing it now, is he? I still think he can, and I still think he should be starting for United, by the way, as I said this morning. England win the World Cup or United win the FA Cup, says Oliver Gelder. Easy. England win the World Cup. I don't even care about the FA Cup anymore. Chips or mashed potato? Easy. Animesh chips. And Woodward or a dirty sock, says Druv Sharwell. Well, I think we all know the answer to that one. Thierry Henry or Suarez, says Loud Duck. Well, you are a loud duck, but can I just say this? There is absolutely no way that... I saw this on social media either yesterday or the day before. Suarez and Henry should not even be a conversation. Like, Thierry Henry is levels and levels and levels. I wouldn't even put Suarez in the top 10 players in Premier League history, whereas Thierry Henry would be in the top 3. So Thierry Henry is miles ahead of Suarez. Miles ahead. Maguire or Matip, Leon Gary. I actually quite like Matip. I think he's underrated. I've always said that. I don't watch Liverpool every week, so Liverpool fans would know more than me. But every time I see Matip, I think he's a very good player who gets a bit of stick, and I think he's a good player. So, Gerard, Celtic or Rangers? We don't ever do that one, Anjum. I don't do that. And thanks for the sandwich, says Neil Rawlings. If you know, you know. It was good. It was good. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way, on YouTube. Bottom right hand corner, it's free. We were about 10 subscribers away from 264 not long ago. So thanks for that, and please subscribe if you are new. Burke, Suarez or Lua. I just want to do a social experiment here, but please give us a subscribe, bottom right hand corner on YouTube. I'm just trying to get something done on half time here. Mine still says we're 10 subscribers away from 264, so please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. I think that needs to refresh. United Stand's live right now. Bottom right, if you just go to United Stand, they're literally talking about Bruno, and Flex is putting it on Ricky right now. Ricky, Kev, Beth, and Flex are live on the United Stand right now. They're literally live now. I'm looking at it. So if you want to get over there and, you know, give a bit of just raid, or just actually don't go over there. This will be funny. I've got their live comments open now. Go United Stand. Don't say raid. Just type King Bruno. Just go over there in the live comments and type King Bruno, and it will absolutely destroy them, because that's what we think. It's King Bruno. He is the king. And people have gone over there and put raid now, but I'm just waiting to see if one person will do it. Yeah, it started. King Bruno, I can see it. It's there. Lovely stuff. Well done. Well done. I love that sort of thing. Do I see a way back into the game for Leicester? If they get the next goal, there's a chance. But the way Liverpool have played well in that first half, they would have to come out and be tired second half. If Liverpool keep that intensity up in the second half, I can't see a way back for Leicester. I really can't. So it's disappointing. It's been disappointing from Leicester, to be honest with you. But Liverpool have been fantastic. I mean, I think, like I said, to get the backups to come in and play that well. Son or Mane, says Ben Mortimer. I think that's a cracking question. I mean, you can answer these as well. Son or Mane? I think it's got to be Mane, hasn't it? But I like Son. And I wouldn't take Mane. I would take Son because Mane plays for Liverpool. So I would take Son because of the Liverpool thing. But realistically, Mane is just the better player, isn't he? He is. Martial or Haaland, says Frankie. Very, very different types of strikers, to be honest. They are very different strikers. But I think that, you've got to be real about it. And even though his career's been a lot shorter, you've got to say that it would have to be.
He's agreeing with me.
Mane. Sorry, not Mane. Haaland would have to be, wouldn't it? So, yeah. Jota or Rashford, says FC Skiller. Well, Jota's got to do it at the highest level, hasn't he? He has. He's got to do it at the highest level. So I think it would have to be, I'd still say Rashford at the moment. But Rashford's quite inconsistent. And that has been the case. That has been the case for quite a while now, unfortunately. Dembele or Sancho? It's closer than you think. I'd rather have Sancho at Manchester United. But if Leicester are going to get back in this game, they've got to score the first goal first. That's what they've got to do. And by the first goal, I mean the first goal of the second half. It's 2-0. 2-0 is a cliched, very dangerous score in football, but they can get back into it. But the way Liverpool played in the first half, you just wouldn't see that happening, would you? Digestive or custard cream, says Tropic. I'm not a big fan of either. I've got to be honest, I'm not a big fan of either. So, yeah. Bruno or Ziyech? I don't want to get into that Bruno or Ziyech thing. I've got to be honest. I don't want to get into that because I think at the moment Ziyech is a bit like when Bruno first came to Manchester United. Chelsea fans, oh, what a great player he is, what a great player he is. And it'd be very easy for me to say, he's only been here 5 minutes, you're talking out your arse. But I did it with Bruno. Like, he literally was here a few games and I was like, he's fantastic. And so it came to pass. I think with Ziyech, it's going to the same thing's going to happen. So yeah, I could easily distinguish the Ziyech hype and say he's only been here 5 minutes. You can't put him in the same category as Bruno. But Ziyech's a fantastic player, and if I was a Chelsea fan, I would be saying the same about Ziyech as what I was saying when we got Bruno at United. Ziyech is going to have a similar impact on the Premier League that Bruno has had. There's a valid conversation to have between Bruno and Ziyech. I personally don't want to get into it because I like both of them, and I think that the Premier League is better for having both of them here. So I'm going to go Bruno because he's a United player, but I do like Ziyech, and I like De Bruyne as well. I mean, I don't really like the whole this player's better than this. You know, you get Martinelli and Greenwood. I just find it a little bit tiresome, really, because the reality is we're arguing about club loyalties, really. That's all we're arguing about. Unless you really despise a player and you're angry about it, I'm not angry about people liking Ziyech and preferring him over Bruno. That's up to them, isn't it? But I just I do think Ziyech will be a good signing, even though he's only been here a few minutes, a few games. Top 6 Premiership players ever, says Alexander Gomez. Thanks for the super chat, mate. I can't even, that's an hour conversation. I can't even begin to think that. But second half has kicked off. Let's make sure that the timer is up on the screen. And it is good. But I can give you 3 players that were definitely in there. Top 6 Premier League players of all time. Thierry Henry's in there. Cristiano Ronaldo is in there. And another player that's definitely in there is Roy Keane. So there's 3. It's Liverpool on the attack straight away here. Robertson with the cross. And it could have been 3-0. I mean, are Liverpool on just pints of adrenaline? They're all over them like a rash. All over them. I think Rooney, Shearer, yeah. But look, I don't want it to turn into that show. It's a watch along. Like you can I've given you 3 of the 6. There's loads of others, but I'm not going to get into it because people start saying Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard, Shearer, Cantona, Giggs, defenders, Pancake Man says Robbo or Tellez. Come on. I said Andy Robertson's one of the best left backs in the world, if not the best. So Tellez isn't the best. He's not at that level. I wish he was, and I hope he can be that, but I don't think he will be. Joe Man says Roy Keane's not top 6. You see, this is why I don't like doing it, because I get told something that I'm telling you is true. Because in my opinion, he is. And I have lived as a football fan the whole Premier League. From the start, I can remember the first season of the Premier League. I remember the first game of the Premier League. It was Liverpool. The first televised game of the Premier League on Sky was Liverpool lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, and it was Teddy Sheringham who scored the goal. I remember everything about the Premier League because it started at that age when I was a kid where you were obsessed with football. So don't tell me that Roy Keane's not one of the top 6 players in the Premier League history. He's the best captain in Premier League history. And if I could reincarnate one player, I'd reincarnate him because he'd sort United out. Lovely ball into Vardy. It's not Vardy, it's Barnes. He's not quick enough to get past Matip. And he's not good. Well, he is, but the shot's crap. Schmeichel, Van der Sar or De Gea? Schmeichel. Shilton or Clements, says Alexander Gomez. Both prime. I wasn't even born, really. I don't know. Alexander Gomez. I don't know. I can't answer that. Everton fan says Among Us or Fall Guys. Right, I'm going to stop playing either or now because we've got a match on. That's Among Us or Fall Guys. I'll answer that. I think Fall Guys is just good fun. I think Among Us is. I do like Among Us in a weird way. It is good. Anyway, can Leicester get back into it? They need a goal. I think if they get a goal, it will make Liverpool think a little bit. Here's Vardy into the box. Lovely running by Vardy. Wins a corner. Lovely play there. So fast, Jamie Vardy, isn't he? Super fast. What's everyone doing after the match? I'm going to have a nice hot bath and then I'm going to watch a Christmas special. I just don't know which one I'm going to watch. Might watch Gavin and Stacey, although I think I normally keep that back for a little bit closer to Christmas. Liverpool are coming away again here. Their passing is so accurate as well, even when they're a little bit under pressure. They've got the overlap of Milner. Good play by Jones. Comes to Milner. Blocked. Take your time, Albrighton. You see, you don't have a lot of time against Liverpool. They're on you. Maddison's always looking for that ball to Vardy. And that's a coward ball by Maddison there. He's got it in a good position. He turns round, gives it to Schmeichel. Then Schmeichel kicks long and Liverpool have got the ball back. And they're just putting pressure on themselves. Mane, cross, good tackle back by Albrighton. That's cowardly by Maddison, though. He's in a good position in the middle of the pitch. Passes it back to Schmeichel. Poor kick from Schmeichel, and they're under pressure. Do you ever do watch-alongs of Serie A, says Stephen Peanut? I don't think I ever have. I don't think I ever have done a Serie A watch-along, no. I haven't got a PS5, no. Vardy clears the corner. Thank you. Oh, Keita might be injured here. Klopp's not looking happy. What's wrong with Thiago at the moment then? Next week's watch along is going to be Chelsea Spurs at 4:30 on the Sunday. Potentially I'll do Everton Leeds at 5:30 on the Saturday, but we'll see. What do I think about the Pepe red card? He writes, nailed on. I mean, this might be an opportunity for Leicester. Keita coming off, they're going to have to bring somebody on. Would you say Keita's injury prone? Daniel Tilley says Thiago's injured due to Richarlison nearly breaking his leg. Actually, that's a combination of Ryan and his comment as well. Ricky out is trending on the United stand. Oh my God, Hamlet. Well, that's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me. If you want to go over there on the United stand and vent your frustration at somebody who's got it in for Bruno, then that's of your own free volition. But they are live on the United stand now if you want to pop over there. Apparently he's going in on Bruno at the moment. I'll be watching it a little bit later. Jay is my favourite in-betweeners character. Do aliens exist? Says James Cooper. Yeah. The game's not... There's an injury at the moment for Keita. Yes, they do, because you're telling me that in this infinite space that we live in, that there's one planet that's got life on it. No, come on. Arteta needs time to build a team. Too much hate, says Rafa. More, he does give him. I want Arteta to have a lot of time, just the same as rival fans want Ollie to have a lot of time. I want Arteta to have a lot of time. So take your time and think about what that means. And the game's kicked off again. And Mane, again, nearly scoring. Great save by Schmeichel. Should have been 3-0. I mean, look, even with the player out injured, Mane should have made it 3-0. And a very good header to clear it for a corner. I mean, Liverpool are just too good for Leicester. I think they'd be good. I think they'd be too good for many teams. Got to say as well, remember, Man City got a point out of them, didn't they, just before the international break, Liverpool, Man City. I mean, that's a good point for Man City, looking at how good Liverpool have been today and how bad City were against Spurs. Chelsea for the title, says Shivan. I wouldn't say Chelsea or Spurs are winning the title if Liverpool can play like this with half their team out. I don't think anyone's going to stop Liverpool winning the league. I don't. I'm sorry. Another corner for Liverpool here. Cleared away. Slate Mistral says that Spurs will drop soon anyway. They always do. Here we go. They're into the box again. Good play by Jota. Good save by Schmeichel. Relentless. Hit the post. Bloody hell. How have Liverpool not scored there? It's just everything they do leads to nearly being a goal. They're absolutely dominated Leicester here. It's not... I don't like saying it because Liverpool are our biggest rival, but they've absolutely dominated Leicester. Leicester have just been miles off the pace. I don't know how that stayed out. Jota had the first shot. Here it is. Firmino gets it to Jota. Jota shoots. Schmeichel makes a good save. Palms it out. Jota whacks it back in again. Firmino twice. One a save by Schmeichel and then a header against the post. Just mad. Absolutely mad. Mane had a chance a couple of minutes before that. If anything, it should be 3-0. Urshed says, can you raid the United Stand show quickly? Well, I can't because I'm live on here. I can go into the live comments, but... Career mode's back tomorrow. Yep. Jack Fry at 3:30 tomorrow on Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. I'm going to be doing some Ultimate Team on Twitch this week as well. So, bit of exclusive stuff on Twitch. And that was nearly a Johnny Evans' own goal, actually, Matthew Spibby says. Apparently, Ricky out and Kevin is trending on the United Stand YouTube comments. It's a shame I couldn't do that show tonight, but I'd committed to watch this game, and actually, you know, you live and learn. Ishmael says, if Leicester get a goal, do you think they can get back into the game? I think they can do, but I think they've just pressed the life out of Leicester, Liverpool. It's been too easy for them. Like, Leicester just cannot bypass the Liverpool press. They've been unable to do it. The amount of times Leicester have just ended up going back to Schmeichel and then they're having to hit a long ball. I mean, Robertson, it's just so intelligent from the way they've played. And they've basically just had to resort to long ball. It's like Leicester have got 8 men against 11 Liverpool players, but it's 11 against 11. All you can see is red. It's a wave of red, and then you bypass that press, and then there's loads more red players. Van Dijk, Thiago, Salah, Trent out. Yeah, it's too easy. So Zen and 9. I think that's the impressive thing. I've said it all game. You can't knock what Liverpool have achieved in this game. They've been absolutely dominant. And I think so much of that goes down to the coaching. And Leicester have just been left trying to play these 40, 50-yard killer passes. Rumour has it you're still in DT's pocket, says Camel. Rumour has it you're a virgin. Bloody idiot. I mean, where are you from? 2018? Grow up. Mark Gabriel follows me on Insta, says JJ the Dog 105. And I wish Chelsea bought Kante and Vardy, not Kante and Drinkwater. Says Eon James. Mark, thoughts on Lewis Hamilton getting a knighthood? I mean, it's a very interesting thing. I mean, I like Formula One, and I've watched Formula One for years and years. So I think Lewis Hamilton should get a knighthood because, Sir Nigel Mansell's got something, or Damon Hill, or something like that. But I did like what. How's that not gone in? How has that not gone in? Vardy with a great chance, and it somehow doesn't go in. But then again, it's only the same thing that happened up there. It would have been offside anyway. Ronnie O'Sullivan, who's a snooker player, did say that I wouldn't have felt great about winning all my titles if I'd done it with bigger pockets. Like in snooker, you pop the ball into pockets. And he said, basically, Lewis Hamilton has won everything because he's had a faster car. And I think that's always the issue, isn't it? Prats, come on. No. Unders on. I think Pratt is on as well, I'm sure I saw it. It's 4:30 a.m. in Singapore and was just on the United stand. Good to have your company while I try to get some work done, says Villains. United stand is still live. The Pratt has come on, says Alejandro, thank you. I play on legendary Neil Rawlings. And Nick Wilson's right. Everyone that has won a lot in F1 has had a good car. Schumacher's Ferrari was by far the better than any other car. That's the trouble with F1. You've got to be a good driver to get a seat at Ferrari or McLaren or whoever's the best at the time. But once you've got that seat, you've got a big advantage as well. Are you expecting any big news from United tomorrow? Let me just have a quick look. It's just reminded me of something, actually. There should be an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer press conference tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking, because we're playing on Tuesday. So there should be a press conference tomorrow. But it's a Champions League one, so I've never had any idea when it's going to be. They might not have scheduled it in yet, but I'll have a look for you. Leicester just having a little bit of the ball here. Press conference is at 1:30 tomorrow, so there you go. 2 o'clock we're playing on. Tuesday night we're playing, aren't we? So Leicester having a little bit of the ball here. Maddison. Look at how many players Liverpool have got back. They've got to break the lines, Leicester. Liverpool. Not only have Liverpool played so well going forward, they've played brilliantly well going back. What was I going to do? Football. I'll tell you what, I can't wait for this game to finish. And then nice hot bath and Sunday night film. I might watch a film. I might watch, Die Hard. Sod it. I'm not driving. So it's Manchester United against Istanbul at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. Yes. Oh, Friday night football's back this week. Palace against Newcastle. Stick it up your arse. Not interested. Tottenham are playing Ludogorets and Arsenal are playing Molde at 5 to 6 on Thursday. You know you're in the Europa League when you're playing at 5 to 6 on a Thursday. Welcome, welcome. Wijnaldum's just gone down here. So Liverpool have dealt very, very well with all these injury and injury issues, haven't they? I'd be interested to see if Lindelof does play. Got 400 people watching on Twitch. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in on the Twitch stream as well. Really appreciate it. Going to be doing a bit of Ultimate Team and Among Us this week, so make sure you give us a follow. And remember, you can subscribe to us on Twitch. Now, there's normally like I think it's like £5 a month or something to support us on Twitch. But if you've got Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free using Prime Twitch Prime Gaming. So if you click the subscribe button on the Twitch channel, there's 2 ways to subscribe. And if you do it through Prime Gaming, it's free because you get a free subscription to a Twitch channel every month on Amazon if you're an Amazon Prime member. So there you go. It's up there for thinking and down there for dancing. Don't say we don't give you something. Do you suffer from a bad back, says FBL Fozzie? Yeah, lower back pain, but you shouldn't be sat down for ages anyway. Jit the Dog says, I watched Die Hard this morning. It's great. It is. Die Hard 2's worth a watch as well. I might watch Die Hard 2 and keep Die Hard 1 back, even though it's not chronological. Another injury here. Maddison's gone down. He won't book a Liverpool player. Shrivadan says, every team we wanted to win or do well today have done crap. Do you see what's going on here? No. I don't really. Tell me what's going on. Daniel Anderson says his dog died yesterday. Commiserations for that. It's not nice when a pet dies. No. It takes a bit of time to get over, mate, but that's because you cared about them. Christmas cake or chocolate log, says Andrew McClintock. I mean, a chocolate log always makes me think about a crap on Christmas Day. You know, I've got to be honest. I know that's vulgar, but it does. I do like Christmas cake, so I'm going to go Christmas cake because chocolate log just makes me think of things like that now. Would you still take Grealish at United, Fletch? Yeah, definitely. Charlie says he really misses grassroots football. A week on Thursday, it's back, mate. Can't wait for this lockdown to be over. I don't think the Rio Mio says, would you normally go to the German markets in Birmingham? Yes. It's sad, isn't it? So much to be missed because of this lockdown, but I think we just got to get through this next 3 or 4 months, and then it's a year, isn't it? But get through the next 3 or 4 months. We'll get fans back in football, and we'll get our lives back, hopefully. So let's just hang in there. Dara7 says, what the hell is Goldbridge doing on Twitch? Just give us a follow, Dara. That's all you need to do. Day's going well, says my day's going well, thanks, Rovers for Life. I'm looking forward to just... We've done 2 streams today, and it's been tiring, but I'm looking forward to just... I'm going to have a nice hot bath, might put a bomb in it. Not a real bomb, that would be disgustingly gruesome. A bath bomb, can't beat one of those. And a bit of bubble bath, and then a nice film. And I think it's going to be off my Christmas list. A dessert next for cooking with Goldbridge, says Anime. I tell you what, I can do good desserts. Yes, I can. Oliver Badder says, what's the best Christmas present you've got? I think when I was a kid, I got Sabutio. I got this massive box set of Sabutio, and that was always one that I really remember. Yeah. Cross comes in, Vardy clears. 20 minutes to go. It's not impossible for Leicester to get something, but I think Liverpool have been so in control. I'd be very surprised. But one goal can change the game. Baths can dry out skin badly, says FBL Fozzie. Not if you moisturise afterwards. Up there for thinking and down there for dancing. What's everyone doing tomorrow? 10 a.m. show, United Stand. 1:30 press conference for Ollie. 8 o'clock at night, United Stand. So 3:30 FIFA career mode. So that's pretty much 4 streams I know I'm doing tomorrow, definitely. We had to make chocolate log in my special class. Oh, what a run. And he puts it wide. Yotta's hurt his leg there. We had to make chocolate log in my special needs class at school, 93. If you weren't that good at maths and English, they made you cook, says Nick P. It's a bit... Oh, you're crap at maths, so there you go. James, that's a FIFA penalty for Yotta, by the way. Gets his shot away. No, it's not really. They would have given... Fofana, that's not really a penalty, but on FIFA that would have been a penalty. Somebody just asked me cup of tea or hot chocolate. I like a hot chocolate, but it's very sweet. Whereas a cup of tea, I think, you know, I drink tea and coffee a lot more than I ever used to. Oh, Sarah, I did crap on my GCSEs. I only got 3. I wasted my life at school. Terrible. One of my biggest regrets. I got 2 C's, 3 C's. Terrible. It's embarrassing, really. Should have done so much better. I messed about at school. I do regret it. I don't put sugar in my tea now, no, James. I used to put sugar on my cornflakes, sugar on my Weetabix, sugar on my Rice Krispies as growing up. And I think about it now and I think the damage I must have done. But I couldn't do it now. Beth and Ash backed your points on Bruno. Says Salah Ahmed. Good. Good. The agenda is real. And it's silly. Aftab says, who should I buy in FIFA Ultimate Team? I've got 60k. Have a good weekend. Depends what position you want, mate. I probably need help with my team. I'm going to do a stream this week on Twitch and get a bit of help because I'm back in Division 5. But whenever I lose games, I seem to be losing games to people who've got very good players and I don't. Free kick to Liverpool. Robertson with it. Ref has called a foul. I'll talk about Ultimate Team this week. I'm going to write it down as a topic to talk about on Twitch one night this week. We'll talk about the intricacies of Ultimate Team and everything, but not for now. Ben Patterson says, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're a very handsome man. Thank you. Yeah, when am I going to do the preview for the Istanbul game? I might just do that in the morning at 10. I might actually just do United preview in the morning at 10 o'clock. So, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Because otherwise... John Ashbridge. Have you ever grown your hair out? Yeah. I used to have a bit of a... You know, if anyone's old enough to remember Neighbours when Jason Donovan was in it, Scott. Lovely play by Firmino. It's the post. Off the line. Off the post. OMG. Oh my God. Oh my God. What have we just seen? Oh my God. That is a FIFA thing. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. You'll never see anything like this again. Firmino's through one-on-one. Hits the post. Comes back. Cleared off the line. Comes to Mane. Schmeichel saves it. Back off the post. And grabs hold of it. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable, that is. That is amazing. And it doesn't go in. That is mad. Absolutely mad. No wonder Firmino can't score many goals. I've not seen anything like that for ages. I think the last time I saw that was somebody moaning about FIFA being scripted. It was just ridiculous. It's like that one when I was playing FIFA and it hit the post about 4 times in 30 seconds. It's definitely scripted. 2 goals in previous 23 Premier League appearances since January. No wonder, mate. Oh my God, that was poor by Firmino. By Fofana, sorry. Here is Firmino. I think Leicester just want to get on the bus and go home. At least Liverpool are winning 2-0. Imagine if that was Rashford and Martial against West Brom in the last minute. I think they get pelters. Still a little bit of time if Leicester could get a goal, though. Big if. I think Liverpool will love a clean sheet today with their makeshift defence. Ian Barron says, "Hi Mark, please can you send a shout out to Danny O'Connor, the Darlington FC physio. He saved Nicky Hunt's life on the pitch due to a head injury. He stopped breathing twice. Thanks." Big shout out to Danny. That's amazing. I hadn't even heard about that. Amazing. Lifesaver, literally. I was playing FIFA today though, actually, and the first time in 3 months of having FIFA 21 has the ball ricocheted to me and I've had a tap in. Yet it's happened to me against people online about 40 times. The amount of times I put a tackle in and it just bounces off me into somebody else and they tap it in. It never happens to me. It happened to me today. I just went, yes. I was really happy because I was like, it never happens for me. It always seems to happen to the opposition. Free kick for Leicester here to whip one in. It's a crap cross. Good tackle, Mane. The thing about Mane is defensively he's very good as well. Bit of an argument in the live comments on YouTube that people don't know what Sabutio is. Well, it's probably a little bit old. I don't think anybody would ever play it now. Bloody hell. Oh my God. That's not over the line. That's got to be over the line. I mean, bloody hell. I've just seen... I didn't realise it was like that. Have you just seen that there? Firmino not over the line. It was blood... It's literally... It cannot... I mean, it's ridiculous. Imagine if that was the goal to stop you winning a title. You would go apeshit. It's absolutely... The line is there and the ball's basically touching the line, over the line. Ridiculous. That's got to be... I think that's got to be a goal. I just can't believe that's not a goal. The whole ball must be over, says MSK. Hi, Mark. One problem we have at United at the moment is our central midfield with McTom and Fred have 2 assists in total in all Premier League games, worst in the Prem. They're too deep, Chelsea. They're not creative players. I've seen that Rashford tweet about Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah, I don't know whether he's been and seen the whole squad then. If someone wants to let me know. Rashford has tweeted that he had a big chat with Sir Alex Ferguson today, which was very inspiring. I don't know whether that means he's spoken to the whole team. I doubt it, because it's their day off, isn't it? He's probably just been to see him himself. Just got a cheer there from a Merking. Oh dear, I can't read that out. So yeah, I'm sort of adjusting to Twitch as well, because I have been doing stuff on there. Yeah, it's interesting that. Yeah, I'm not really gonna comment about that. Yeah, Leicester been dreadful, haven't they? Offensively, Maddison's. Nice bit of play there. And Liverpool come away with it again. Rory L says, can you say happy birthday to me? Another save by Schmeichel. He must get bonus points for Schmeichel in goal today. He's made so many saves. 43 today. Huge United fan, and I think Van der Beek should play more. There you go. Very good message and happy birthday. I did always say that Grealish was a better option than Maddison. Thanks, John Warren, for that. Well remembered. Good remembering, Bridge. Yeah, Magnus Silva, I agree. Grealish is way clear of Maddison now. Not even a joke. I'm disappointed tonight. I think Liverpool are going to be there or thereabouts this year. I think there was this hope that they might fall away, but they're a very, very consistent and dedicated and well-drilled side, and I don't think they're going anywhere. Thanks, Wolfpack. I'll take a look. Maddison down with a bit of an injury now. Grealish or Van der Beek, says Hertek. It's very hard to say, mate, because Van der Beek doesn't get any game time, so it's hard to say. I still think Liverpool will win the league. I don't want them to, but yeah. And there's Firmino. He scored 3-0 from a corner. Domination. Domination from Liverpool. Yeah. It's a difficult one. Is it? Have Liverpool been so good, or have Leicester been shit? I'm tempted to say that Liverpool have been good. It's poor defensively from Leicester, though. I mean, it's it's poor. Poor from Leicester defensively. I think Leicester have been poor, haven't they? Let's be honest. Easy Eddie says Moises Caicedo said it's his dream to play for United. I hope we sign him. There you go. Not had a sniff though, has he, Vardy, today? Milner's second assist, says Labra. I can't give anything but praise to Liverpool today. They've been on a different level, to be honest with you. I didn't expect it. I really did think that Liverpool could, Leicester could get something out of it, but they haven't been. They've been nowhere near. Nowhere near. Please subscribe if you're new on YouTube, bottom right hand corner, and give us a follow if you're watching on Twitch. Thanks everyone who has been tuning in. Very enjoyable couple of streams. They've not really gone the way I thought. I thought Leeds should have beaten Arsenal. I expected Leicester to push Liverpool a bit closer, but it's been an absolute domination. You can't argue with that. They have dominated them. Minamino's coming on now. Oh, shite. Mane comes off. They are away to Brighton next. Liverpool. They'll be joint top of the league now with Spurs. Mark, why are all your Twitter comments filled with David Brooks mentions? Don't quite get it. Never heard you even mention him. I don't know, mate. It's just one of them things. I think that it was some Chelsea fan in the summer that was convinced that we were going to sign David Brooks and was trying to basically wind me up about it. And I've never really reacted to it. And he sort of carried on doing it. And now loads of people do it. And I don't really take any notice of it. But yeah, it is a funny one. It's a bit of a funny one, yeah. Uh, 4 minutes of added time. Yeah, I think it started off as CFC Liam with the Brooks thing, as Magnus Silva says. But a few people do it now. And I don't know if they think it winds me up, because it doesn't. I'm going to go and watch I'm a Celebrity now. Liverpool to win the league again. Sad times to be a United fan, Mark. I've got something actually exciting to announce for you, actually, whilst we're coming towards the end of this game. Tomorrow night, I'm doing I'm a Celebrity watch-along on the Paddy Power YouTube channel. And I think I might be having a special guest who's been on I'm a Celebrity before. So there you go. An I'm a Celebrity watch-along with Goldbridge tomorrow night. They've asked me to do it. I've said I'm up for that. So, yeah, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, I'm doing an I'm a Celebrity watch-along on the Paddy Power YouTube channel. Be fun. Mark, Everton versus Leeds watch-along next Saturday, says Rossi United. Yep, and Chelsea Spurs next Sunday. Cool Post says, Liverpool to win the league again. Sad times to be a United fan, Mark. Yeah, I was never one of those people who thought that they wouldn't win the league. I always thought, injuries or not, you had to see what they were going to do without their injuries. And they've responded to it because they've got a good coach. People think, they're missing half their team. It doesn't mean that they're going to just collapse. I've got just about a minute and a half to go. What the takeaways from this game are that some people came into it thinking that Liverpool were going to just collapse because they're missing half their team. Klopp, I thought the first half, their energy levels, and the first 20 minutes of the second half, he's clearly said to them, that people think we're vulnerable, go and show them what we're made of. And he probably said it again at half time, and they've just been the better side. They've been the better side, and Leicester, it's hard to know. I mean, Leicester have looked bad, but is that because Liverpool have just been so good? Either or, it doesn't matter, because Liverpool have won it convincingly at a time when some people thought that, there might be an opportunity there. So there hasn't been an opportunity, and Leicester have been... and Leicester had won every away game this season as well, remember? They'd won at the Etihad, they'd won at the Emirates, but they looked way off the pace today. What a shot that was by Albrighton. I was going to say Pratt, but it wasn't. So it'll be interesting to see. Well, they're going to have Salah back next game as well. The high press is very difficult for many teams. They press very effectively. Their fullbacks are so quick. Andy Robertson's on you, so quick. And my man of the match is Andy Robertson, by the way. I think he's been brilliant. I mean, you could give it to Milner, but I think Andy Robertson's just been fantastic today. So he would be my man of the match. We will be playing Among Us this week on Twitch, which is Goldbridge TV. Yep. And that's it. That's the final missile. The Wessel. Thanks, Wolfpack. I will check that. I'm going to have a shower now. But thanks, everybody, for watching. Manny on the Map, 2002. Dickhead. And go watch I'm a Celebrity, says Niall Affy 501. And yeah, I am going to go watch I'm a Celebrity. I've got it on pause record, so I'm just going to have a quick bath first, and then I'm going to watch a film. So I'll see you in the morning on the United Stand, 10 a.m. show for that. I've got FIFA Career Mode on That's Football tomorrow at 3:30. But thanks everyone for watching the streams on both outlets. Really enjoyed it. Have a good evening, and I'll speak to you on the next one. And thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe and follow and all that jazz. I'll speak to you soon.